What's going on? It's Berkeley Moses, solid as a b-ball. Summer of U Sports Tour, it's continuing. We're here with Ottawa point guard Kevin Cecil. I'm very fortunate and blessed to have you on this platform. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
As we talked about before, you're the starting point guard for the Ottawa GGs. One of the better teams in the OUA, coveted position that you have. Do you want to tell the people a little bit about your background? You start off in your last year of high school and how you ended up at the University of Ottawa.
Thanks. So first of all, I'm from Montreal, and in Montreal, there's like a lot of competition. And I was in an high schooler. I was playing ball, and I didn't know what to do. But like I wanted to be D1. I always like worked hard to play NCAA D1. I went to CEGEP, Montreal. I did 3 years there. We had some good season. We won like 3 provincial and 1 national. It was really nice, really a good experience. But I had some issues with school, so I couldn't go to D1, and I was a little bit devastated. I was mad about it, but like I saw that we had. Here in Canada, we have like a good youth sport. We have a good league, and then my coach at U Ottawa, he approached me. He told me that like it was possible to be professional, to have a good degree here in Canada. So I went to U Ottawa. It is a nice experience, and it's going to be my 4th year.
Nice. You talk about growing up in Montreal. One thing I've noticed over the past few years is the basketball players, especially in Montreal, they seem to be a step ahead of Toronto for whatever reason. Do you want to maybe give some insight as to why you think that is, or some of the things that you experienced growing up there?
I think it's a good competition to say. Because like we have NBA players, they have NBA players, so there's like a lot of competition down here and over there. So yeah, I can't tell the difference, but I can only tell that in Montreal we have good players.
Does the CEGEP system provide scholarships?
Well, in Quebec, the scholarship is not like the school is not really expensive, so we don't need a scholarship, and it's not that big. But in university, it's really different. Like it's probably 300 a semester, so not that expensive.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You talk about your transition from playing in high school, the basketball itself, from the basketball in high school. How does that compare to the basketball you're playing at CEGEP? What were some of the differences in the transition there?
Yeah, we had a big difference. We have a big difference between high school and CEGEP and university. But when you come from CEGEP and you go to university, I think it's easier because we see like help defense, we see a pick and roll game, we see ball, we see a screen action, we see like there's more plays to do, like to have and whatever. But in high school, it's more like one-on-one. It's more like you beat your man, there's no help. Yeah. So when I got to CEGEP, I had to adjust. And when I got to university, it's another game. It's not a game that there's like a scouting report, and we have to know like every players in other teams. So I think coming from CEGEP is like easier, but it's another game from CEGEP to university.
Yeah. A lot of the guys I've spoken to before have said that one thing that shocked them with the U Sports was the physicality of the game. And the size and strength of these guys. And some of the kids coming in, they'll come in as a 19-year-old, and some of these guys would be on the 23, 24 if they played a bit longer, right? Did you find that coming from CEGEP it prepared you better for the physicality of the U sports?
Yeah, yeah. I really think so. But because in high school we don't have like weight room often. Like we don't have as much as we have it in CJEP. In CJEP, it's like we have to go to the weight room. We have to lift. We have to. It's important. But in high school, it's not that important. It's really about skills. But you know, the difference between high school and CJEP and university is really what you said. It's about the body. How is your body? And we have more games, so we have to be prepared. We have to eat like you know, in high school. I remember in AU we used to go to McDonald's after a game or before a game. So you can see the difference. And now in university, you have to take care of your body. You have to eat healthy, and yeah.
How's your game developed since you've been at the University of Ottawa from your first year up until now?
I think a lot, because we here in university we put a lot of emphasis of like filming video. Like after a game, we watch our mistake, we watch what we did good. So from there you actually see your mistake and you worked on it. You work on it. You like the read. Like me as a point guard, you have to make the right read. If the tags comes, you need to hit the wide open player. And like on live, it's kind of hard. But when you go back and you go on video, you can see like the next play. And then
okay, nice.
Yeah.
Did you have guys mentor you when you came into university? Maybe guys like Calvin or some of the older guys. Did you have some of the guys mentor you when you first came in?
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to have like a guy like Calvin, all Canadian. I'm lucky enough. Yeah, I'm grateful to have him. He's a great point guard. He's a great passer. He's a great leader. So now that he's gone, now like I took a little bit from him, and I learned a lot from him. So now I can twist it as like I took a little bit of him and twist it to be a part of my game.
Yeah. Would you see yourself as one of the leaders on the team going into your fourth year?
I really think so. And as a follower of Christ, I'm like I became more like a leader, and I learned how to be a leader. And now it's important as a starting point guard to be like the voice on the court. Some people say like the starting point guard has to be the second coach on the court, and it's really important. And I'm still working on it, and I think I'll be there. But yeah.
Now you mentioned the follower of Christ, and we talked about the decision you made last year to get baptized. You feel your faith is going to help you and impact you on the court in this coming year?
Yeah, I really think so because like I spend more time meditating. Like I spend more time like praying and asking God for like change me. And it's important for me because you know, basketball can be tough mentally, emotionally, and just to go back in your room and be alone with Christ and be alone with God, and just think about what happened during the day, what happened during practice will help you the next day and the day after and the day after. And yeah, I think it's a good thing for me. And yeah.
From doing the interviews and being around some of the U Sports guys, I've noticed there's a few in the faith, like Tesla in Windsor, Sifa in McMaster. I know Cadre is serious about his faith as well. Have you had the opportunity to talk about with any of those guys outside of your team to discuss and share faith, and the saying iron sharpens iron, to encourage one another with guys outside of your team?
Well, not yet, but I have some friends in my team that like they are follower of Christ, and we talked about Christ. We talk about God. We talk about our situation. We help each other because it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not because you give your life to Christ that it's going to be all of a sudden everything's going to be easy.
100%.
But we help each other. We pray together. We do certain stuff together so we can be a better person and we can impact people by our faith.
Do you find that you've developed a closer relationship with the other Christians on the team since you joined the faith?
Say that again?
Sorry, do you find you've developed a closer relationship to the other followers, other disciples on the team since last year?
Yeah.
100%. As far as the university basketball with the traveling and playing schools and going away, what has been some of the best experiences for you on the road?
I mean, I got shocked when I saw that like after a game we have to travel 4 hours and then come back 8 hours, and it's just different. And it's sometimes like after a game, like we usually play a Friday and then Saturday. Sometimes after a game, I'm so tired. I'm like super tired, and like we have to go on the bus. We have to travel. I can't even sleep on the bus, but it's tough mentally. But now that like I'm a fourth year, I'm used to it. Now that so I know that it's tough. So I tell my rookies, I tell my second years that like how it is and how you have to adapt to the situation. And if they need help, I'm here because like I've been through those situations.
Yeah. What's your favorite school to play against on the road?
Let me think about it.
Or what's one of the fun games, with the hype crowd or something that you remember, or even?
I remember in Laurentian, they have like a great crowd. They have a great crowd, but it's far though. It's far from Ottawa. Queens is a good gym too. I heard Brock is pretty loud too, but I never had the chance to go to Brock.
Okay.
But the further, like from Ottawa to Windsor is like 9 hours. Yeah. So that was tough. That was tough.
I guess you don't fly those distances. Those are all driving trips.
We have we are flying from Ottawa to Algoma, but it's the only city that we fly, I think. Okay.
Being in Ottawa, you guys have a next door neighbor team, which is one of the better teams in the country. From your standpoint, how do you see that Ottawa City rivalry between yourself and Carleton?
I mean, it's nice, really nice. Every time we play against Carleton, the crowd is into it. Like we fight, and we can feel that like the week until the game is like we can feel the tension. We can feel that like we're gonna play against Carleton. We get like super excited. We get like really like focused because we know they are like one of the best. They are the best team in the country. So we always think that we can beat them because we are as well a good team, a great team. So it's not that like we go there and hope that we win. We actually think that we can beat them, so we get more serious when we play against Carleton. Yeah.
That's good. Who are some of the players that you've enjoyed playing against in your time with Ottawa?
Against?
Yeah.
Well, I like to play against a point guard like Kevon Coco.
Yeah.
I like to play against Alain Louis.
Yeah.
He's a tough defender. And I like to play against Yassine, Nunes. And cadre is fun too, and yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple good guards in the league. You find the league has better guard play or big man play?
To be honest, I think it's a guard. It's a
Yeah,
guard league. It's a
yeah.
guard league. We do scouting report, and we always talk about like how good the guard are, and we have to be prepared. But they have like pretty good bigs also. So yeah, they have pretty good bigs, but I really think it's a guards league.
I think it's a guards league for sure too. As far as going professional, have you started making contacts, or have you started putting things in that direction, or you're really just focusing what you have to focus on now and really let God take care of the rest there?
Yeah, like you said, I really think about like my degree, really think about my team right now. My goal is to win the national championship, and I think we have a good team this year. I think we're gonna be good. We're gonna be great, and I don't want to think about those stuff. I don't want to think about me. I want to think about the team. I want to think about like how I can get my team to another level as a point guard, as a starting point guard. And from there, like, I know God's going to do his thing. I know, I believe in him. I trust in him. And yeah.
Before we started recording, we talked about with your degree, you want to reach back and help some of the inner city youth in the Montreal area, and kind of like use your platform to show them that you can kind of get here too, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
What advice would you have to some of the kids that are looking at a person like you? And like you say, there's a lot of kids that want to be in your position. What advice would you have for them in order to kind of dig deep and get to somewhere where you are, both like at maturity and as a basketball player?
I'll say to trust the process, believe in themselves, and don't try to look over people. Don't try to compare yourself to others. Be you. Try to work on your weaknesses. Try to work on what you don't do great, and keep working on what you're doing great. Because like you probably think that what you do great is like in a level, but in another level, what you do great is like you have to put it in another level, you know. So I'll say keep yourself like away from those people who are like thinking that you're not gonna accomplish something. Keep yourself away from those people. And I think that if you believe in yourself, you trust yourself, you work, you're gonna get there.
Have you seen guys like Chris Boucher with those guys? Have they inspired a lot of the kids in Montreal and the parts of Quebec to be better?
Yeah, I think it's really after Chris Boucher, against Dart, it's really about Chris Joseph. It's really about like, okay, before we wanted to go to D1, the goal was to go to NCAA D1, but now the goal is to NBA. Like we can actually go to NBA. It's like, so we put like another, like we set goals higher for Montreal players. We after Lugans and Chris Boucher, we actually think that it's a thing now. It's possible, and anything's possible. So if you work, you can go there, right?
Well, last thing about Montreal, I did want to kind of get your perspective on this as someone that's played AAU. From my perspective, someone that's coached it, I think with the AAU, there's almost feels like there's too many teams, right? I've had different kids play. They play for 2 or 3 AAU teams in one summer. You know what I mean? Some kids have 2 or 3 AAU teams in one weekend. You know what I mean? So there's no consistency with it. So it's been tough for me. On one side, it gives us a chance to play better ball, but it kind of we have kids jumping from here to here to here to here to here, from every team to whichever coach, right? I guess maybe asking for maybe your solution or what's your perspective on that and how the AAU has impacted basketball overall.
Well, I really think that kids should stay with one team for the whole summer because like the coaches are there to build you up. Coaches are there to work on your game. They're like, and if you go from team to team, yes, you're going to play more game, but your skills is not going to be better. You know, it's not about playing games during the summer. It's about like getting better and work on your weaknesses. It's not like if you think that playing games will make you better, you're wrong. I think it's like being with one team, and when you don't play games, where are you? Are you in the gym working out? Are you in the gym? Are you outside running? Are you outside? Right? It's not about playing games sometimes, and especially in the summer, it's about like having one team and let coach do his thing, work on your game.
100%. We'll end off with some NBA questions. What do you think about Scotty Barnes coming in? Have you seen him play at all?
Say that again.
Scotty Barnes, the Raptors pick.
No, I haven't.
You haven't seen him play?
No.
I didn't get a chance to watch him either. Kind of been a bit disengaged from the NCAA, so I haven't really seen him and what he can do to the. Seems all right though. He seems to like the city and stuff like that. It seems to be so far, so it's looking positive.
I heard that too.
Were you surprised to see the Bucks win the championship?
Oh well, not really, because Drew Holiday is like a great point guard, great defender, a good leader. So I think that the fact that they have them, like it changed everything, and they are surrounded by shooters. And Cunningham, what is his name? I forgot his name.
Middleton.
Middleton too. They have PJ Tucker. So yeah, I think it's the Drew Holiday factor that effect that like changed everything.
What do you think about Westbrook going to the Lakers?
I'm not a Lakers fan, but it's not that I don't like Westbrook, but Westbrook with LeBron, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But my guy, I'm waiting for my guy Damian Lillard to do his thing. I want him to win like at least one chip. So I'm waiting on him.
You see, that's your favorite player.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that someone you model your game after, or not necessarily?
Well, I like his poise. I like the way he played the game. He approached the game, and he doesn't play like me, but I really like the all around it. I really like the fact that he's like every game he wants to go for 50 and he wants to like perform. He wants to, So I like that part of his game.
What do you think about the NCAA players now being allowed to make money off their name, image, and likeness?
I think it's nice. It's nice because like some people, they are doing 4 years and everybody know them. And after that, like all of a sudden they get injured and everybody forget about him. Forgets about him, and like he could have like made money with his name while everybody was everybody knew him, So I really think that it's a good thing. It's a good thing for them because they are struggling. They're having family. They are human beings and they need that to live. So it's a good thing.
Do you think there's anything that U Sports could do a better job of to foster and develop and protect their athletes? And support their athletes, I'd say.
Yes, I would say yes, but I can see that the U Sport tried to with the CBL league.
Yeah,
Yeah, so with the CBL league, it's kind of nice. Like we get draft picks and we have like a professional experience.
Yeah,
So I think this is a good thing for you sport players.
100%.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think it's going to have a good impact on the league long term, and especially if you guys can get a good season, finish the season out strong this year, which it seems like it should be able to. I
Yeah.
think it'll pay dividends in the long run. Yeah. So wanted to thank you. Anything you wanted to say to finish off? I really want to thank you for coming on and sharing your faith and sharing this time here. Yeah, is there anything you'd like to say to end it off?
Well, I'm good. And thank you for you to having me, and we'll be in touch.
Yeah, man. Thanks. I appreciate it. So I'll stop it here. You can stay on for a couple more minutes, but thank you guys for watching. If you remember, please hit the like and subscribe and share this video. We're just trying to spread the word at U Sports and give these guys the platform that they deserve. Thanks for watching. All right. Peace.
Peace.